Simple. It's a simple solution to a problem. It's always very simple solutions to problems. You just got to sit down. You got to get to what the root of the problem is. It's simple. You got to do it. You got to do it tonight. You need to do it old school. You need to do it gangster style. You need to take him out back. Don't let him get on the motherfucking team plane. Axe him tonight. Raiders owned Monday Night Football. Once upon a time. In my lifetime. You feared the silver and black on Monday night. Now? Fucking joke. An embarrassment. Doesn't matter who you stick under center. Jimmy Garoppolo looked terrible tonight. I mean, let's fucking get that fucking elephant out of the room. Fucking floaters. Dude, step into a fucking throw. Missing, one of the worst offensive performances I've watched. I had late 2000 flashbacks. Like, I was getting fucking PTSD from fucking Jamarcus Russell, Andrew Walters era. Like, I can't again. You're supposed to be an offensive fucking guru. You do not get on the team plane tonight, dude. You gotta fire this fucking guy. You've gotta fire this guy. You've got two shitty fucking teams coming in who just played each other in one of the worst football games played in decades. Those are your next two opponents. Get rid of this motherfucker. Play these two lame duck fucking New York teams at home. Dude, Rob Ryan. Rob Ryan, prop him up. He can be a fucking head coach. He can be an intern. Dude, you gotta do something. You gotta get this guy hands off of the fucking offense. I mean, I don't even know where you start. The offensive line was terrible. You know, Devontae Adams misses an easy chip block, and Hunter Renfrow doesn't get a first down earlier in the game, and then he drops one, and, you know, Josh gets a fucking first down, false start penalty in the end zone. It's just dumb plays over and over again. The offense can't get going. It can't get going. Watching this offense is like watching a fucking retard teach itself how to drive. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. This is, I mean, we were chatting about it, me and the Raider Reaction team, the whole game. This is just one of the worst ones I've watched in a while. And we've seen some bad ones over the past few years. I mean, the Saints game last year comes to mind, which happened this week. Last year was in my fucking memories. Last year. So, it's not like we haven't lived through these. We live through them all the time, but it's just getting old, man. It's getting old, and it's clear and evident. The offense, this high-powered offense that's supposed to be the birth of this fucking offensive guru that you brought in, who's supposed to be the brainchild of the offense from New England, obviously, none of this is correct. All of that is false. Because you can't even score over 20 points with this offense. It was completely inept tonight. Completely inept. The defense played phenomenal. I mean, we'll give the defense a fucking pat on the back, an attaboy. This is the only reason the Raiders were even in the game was the defensive side of the ball. Mad Max playing out of his mind. Marcus Peters fucking with the big pick six. They got they actually got a break with the fumble. You know that wasn't really a fumble. The dude was down. They got a lucky break because they couldn't see his legs. I mean, everything went in your favor. But you gotta score. You gotta score. You gotta move the ball. You gotta complete passes. You gotta get first downs. Dude, the drop passes, the missed blocks, the offense looking like shit. Garoppolo missing open passes. The first interception was horrific, and it's totally Jimmy's fault. He's got to know where the safety's going. It's totally Jimmy's fault. But I almost guarantee you that's a forced play from McDaniels. I almost guarantee you. After that, he's like, we're going deep right now. You're throwing it to Devontae. I fucking about 100% guarantee it. He handcuffs these quarterbacks. That's why I don't care who you put it back there. So, one of the guys in the chat like stick Aiden in there. I'm like, why? Aiden's got feet of concrete. He may have a bigger arm, but he's not ready for what's happening right now. If you just shove that fucking rookie out there right now, his eyes would have been this fucking big, dude. That was too big of a moment to go shoving that fucking kid out there. And the offensive line was a sieve anyway. He was going to get abused just like... That does no good. This does no good. They just... I don't know what is the deal with it. You seen that one nice cutback run from Josh, and you're just like, where the fuck has that been all year? You know, they can't seem to get anything going and sustain anything. Dude, you can't bring the guy home. You can't bring the guy home. You got to leave this motherfucker there. Do it old school style. Take him out back. Fire his ass in the fucking parking lot. Don't even let him on the bus to the fucking airport. Like, bitch, Uber your ass home. We're lucky we don't take you up to fucking Flint and make your bitch ass drink water before we fucking let you go. It's... You can't. You just... Do something. It's got to be like some sort of an offering to your fan base. I mean, you can't keep making these horrific, fucking asinine moves at the head coaching position, stroking 10-year deals to the guy before this fucking hand job, which nobody, not another owner in the league would ever do. And then you went and brought this guy in. The second this guy was signed, we all just looked at each other like, out of all the motherfuckers out there, this is the guy you went with? And the only reason we were able to swallow it, I think, as a fan base is because they packaged his bitch ass with Ziegler and like, oh, well, they're bringing his mentor. They're bringing the general manager with him. So, you know, he's still going to have like a Bill type looking over his shoulder. So, you know, he won't be able to fuck things up too bad. Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah? Watch what he can do. He can fuck things up that bad. Trust me. He's doing it again. I don't even know what to say. Fuck. Just another embarrassing loss. I just don't think this team's ever going to be able to take a step forward with this guy at the helm. I've tried to stay optimistic. You know, I called him McWeasel from day one. I never liked the guy, but I've tried to be optimistic, and, you know, I've never liked Bill Belichick either, but he's successful. Okay, so maybe I got to swallow that pill. You know, everybody told me I tried to accept Gruden too. You know, I said from fucking day one that was wrong, but everybody told me, oh, no, he's the coach now. You got to accept it. All right, let me get on. Let me get on board. Oh, fucking, it is what it is. And, you know, I knew that was going to be a train wreck, and look what happened. I knew this was going to be a train wreck. Look what happened. Listen, I'm not a fucking brilliant football mind. How can I see this so obviously and so clearly? And guys that are paid way more than me in the industry can't see this shit. I don't understand it. You guys can see it. I can see it. How come the motherfuckers that are fucking driving the pulse of this franchise can't see it? I don't understand it. I don't fucking understand it. This guy's got to go. You cannot let him ride home with the team. You got to leave his ass. You got to make a fucking statement. Make a fucking statement, man. Fuck this guy. Leave McWeasel in Detroit. You got to leave him. You got to drop him. Leave him. I'm out. Peace. Love. Raider Nation. Sad. Sad, Raider Nation. It's sad. Prime time in front of the world. Lights on. Motherfucker.